Today we're going to look at characters and character traits on page 15 in the Grab and Go. So for characters, we have 2 secure skills and 1 developing skill. So the 2 5th grade secure skills, meaning this is what will be tested on. We have use text evidence, things like dialogue, what they're saying, thoughts, what they're thinking but don't say, and actions, what they're actually doing, to infer character traits of characters, same thing, in a story, drama, and poem. We also need to identify and describe how the characters interact with one another and respond to events and challenges in a story, drama, and poem. And then developing, what we're looking at is how do characters change as the plot moves towards resolution. And that will be a great thing for us to look at this year, where characters no longer are flat. They don't stay the same the whole time, but instead we can have a character who seems one way in one part of the story, but then transitions into another. Interaction is the action between 2 people or things. Character traits tell you what the character's personality is, and physical traits tell you what you see about a character. So a physical trait would be something like their hair color, their eye color, how tall they are, but a character trait would be something more like they're active, they're kind, they're nice. Now, here we have an incomplete list of character traits, meaning that there's so many character traits that we couldn't possibly list them all on a single page. But some of the things that I already mentioned are down here, like kind, but we also have things like selfish, serious, youthful. That would be something. You can even be an old person but still be youthful because you act childlike. What we're going to do to determine what character traits a character has, you need to look at what the character is doing and why they are doing it. Authors do not come out and tell you what character traits or qualities they have. They show you through how the character reacts to events in the book. So we're going to use Chrysanthemum as an example. Whoops, we went a little too far. So we're going to use Chrysanthemum as an example. So the first thing we're going to look is at the beginning of the story. At the beginning of the story, Chrysanthemum was skipping. She thought that her name was perfect. She was saying things like, hooray, school. She was so excited to start. And right there, that's her motivation. Her motivation is, why was she skipping? Why did she think her name was perfect? Why did she say hooray, school? Because she was excited. And so things that we could add for character traits there was she was youthful and joyful. But then as the story goes on, we see things like she's not verbally responding to the mean girls. So she's not responding to these mean girls. At this point in her thoughts, well, that is not going to work out. Let me fix it. There we go. She wishes that she could change her name. And she says things like, school's no place for me. My name is too long. And so at this point, her motivation, it's almost like an anti-motivation. She's dreading going to school. She'd rather stay at home where she's loved than go to this place. So at this point, we're seeing her be shy. She's unconfident or not confident. She's hurt. But she's polite. And why do I say polite? Because even though these girls are being mean to her, she doesn't go back at them. And instead, she's just internalizing. She's too nice to say mean things back. Then, at the end, at the end of the story, when she thinks that her name is perfect, when she finds that joy again. So at the end of the story, we could also say that she was joyful again. She doesn't need to say anything. Like, she doesn't brag about it. Again, it goes back to that being polite. She's just happy again, but she doesn't need to hurt other people to prove that she's happy.